Hello, everybody. If you are with me on the replay, please bear with me while we get started. I just wanted to address some things today for those of you who are getting readings done, getting consultations done, getting spiritual work done. So, some important things to keep in mind when you are getting these things done, okay? It's really, really important to keep that in mind. Baby dragon. So I wanted to go live real quick. So we'll just wait a few minutes for Instagram to send out the notification. But there's a lot of things that people don't understand when it comes to spiritual work and when it comes to energy, okay? So Spirit wanted me to talk about this today. But before we start talking about it, I want to introduce you guys to my baby. Puff, stop trying to pull on my shirt. Stop trying to pull on my shirt. Hold on. He tried to kill me yesterday. This is Puff. Say hi, Puff. Shh, it's okay. Say hi. He's like, what are you doing to me? Leave me alone. Stop manhandling me. Okay, I'm sorry.
They just got the notification on it.
It's all right. So, all right, so let's get started. Okay, so whenever a spiritual healer is working on somebody, certain ceremonies cannot be crossed, okay? So that is why a lot of the times a spiritual healer's schedule is very limited because we can't mix certain energies with other energies. For example, last week I was working on a demonic removal. So I had to absorb a lot of that energy and work with spirit to remove it. So I did not touch anybody's orders. I could not touch anybody's orders for a few days, in addition to the fact that there was a snowstorm. So I did not want to touch anybody's orders until my energy was cleared. So I have to go through, whenever you do a spiritual cleanse, whenever I do a spiritual cleanse, whenever I do any kind of removals, I have to go through the same ceremonies myself when I get home to make sure that I don't bring anything into my home that I don't want. Also, whenever I'm doing readings, I got to make sure that I'm not doing those types of ceremonies at the same time as I'm doing readings, because my energy could be drained or my energy could be in a vibration that is not conducive to contacting your spirit guides. Okay? So it's extremely important to remember to be patient with spiritual healers, okay? To not be mixing around different spiritual energies. It's really recommended to work with one person, and then once you've completed a particular working with that person, then you move on to working with another person if that's what you wish to do. But it's best to not mix the same energies at the same time, because mix different energies at the same time, because what I could be doing could be breaking what somebody else is doing for you, or what somebody else is doing for you could be damaging the work I'm doing for you. So you have to realize that you have to be patient. There are things that people don't understand. As the worker, our job is to do the work. It's to do the actual physical aspects of the work, of submitting the work to spirit. When you work with spirit, when you're a spirit conjurer, you have to allow your spirits to do their job, okay? That may take some time. That may take little time. It depends on the stubbornness of the people involved, okay? Different people have different energies and have different expectations and have different willingness to change. So when we are working with someone, that person's energy, that person's level of obsession with controlling what's going on, that person's understanding of what it is and focus on what it is that they're trying to achieve can impact the work that spirit needs to do, because spirit needs you to be on board and not get in the way of the work, okay? And sometimes when you're impatient, that can definitely get in the way of the work. So it's important to remember that. Another thing that I'm seeing a lot is that people go to readings wanting to hear what they want to hear. If you want to hear what you want to hear, do your own reading. Don't go to another reader, because you can't try to cloud my vision or somebody else's vision just because they're telling you what you don't want to hear. Our job has been misrepresented by Hollywood, making people think that a psychic's job is to tell you everything you want to hear. And it's not. A psychic's job is to contact spirit and to connect with their spirit guides and to see what visions they see for your life. Not to alter the vision to your liking, but to actually show you the vision that they see. So our job is not to please you all the time. Our job is to make sure that we get the message from your spirit guides, from our spirit guides to you, so that you can make the changes that your spirits need you to make. It is not our job to change your vision to fit what you want, okay? I'm not that type of reader. I'm not the type of reader that's going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm the type of reader that will tell you what spirit is saying. If you don't like that, don't read with me. Don't book consultations with me. Don't read with me, because we're not going to play games. And those people who have been with me for a very long time know this, that I'm extremely caring. I'm extremely invested in your spiritual health. But I can't be more invested in your spiritual health than you are, because there has to be an understanding. There has to be a comprehension that spiritual work is work. That's why it's called work. There has to be work put into it. There has to be energy put into it, both on the client side and the healer side. In my indigenous culture, it is believed that the healer absorbs the energy of the client, and we have to live through the process with you. Okay? So it's extremely important to remember that. Don't go to readings with expectations, because if the reader is not able to tap into that particular situation that you want them to tap into, because that's not what your spirit guides want you to focus on, then you're going to be disappointed. Okay? There are times when people come to me expecting a particular dead loved one to step up. And that if that passed on loved one doesn't have permission to step up, they're not going to, no matter how much we try to force them to step up. Okay, so it's really, really important that, because if you're not really truly ready, really ask yourself before you book a reading, before you book a consultation, am I ready to receive the message that my spirit guides want me to receive? Am I really ready to make the changes that my spirit guides are suggesting? Am I really, really ready to make the changes that I have to make in order to do the spiritual work that is needed for me to elevate? So ask yourself those questions before you book any consultation, any reading. Hold on. Paul, stop trying to escape. He wants to be the center of attention right now. No. Also, my life happens, guys. I try to be as best as possible with scheduling and stuff like that, and schedule myself and over assert my energy, because I want to help as many people as possible. But understand that I'm also human, and my life also happens. Okay, a lot of people got upset because I had to cancel stuff back in September and October because my grandfather just died, y'all. Like, really? My grandfather just died. Like, the most important person in my life just passed away, and you're so selfish you can't understand that I had to cancel on you or had to move something. There were a lot of people who were very, very, very understanding, and I completely am so grateful for you guys. But there were some people that were so nasty, and then it didn't need to be that way. So if you want to come to me for my help and you think that being nasty to me right after my grandfather just died is going to make my spirits want to help you, no. So it's just understanding we are human too, as spiritual healers, as spiritual channels, as angel channels, as spirit horses. We have our own private lives as well. Okay, we have our own situations that we go through as well. So just understanding that. Okay, And we try to schedule things in the best time frames possible. Thank you, Evie. Best time frame possible to get the work to you. Trust me, I want to get the work to you as fast as you want to get it. But I am very honest with my shipping times. I try to be as honest as possible with my how my turnaround time, how long it's going to take me to do a private working. I've told you guys over and over again over the last over 5 years already. Private workings, depending on how busy my schedule is, can take anywhere between a month to 2 months to get completed. Okay, because I work with like 300 people. I aid 300, 400 people at a time, whereas you may only have to worry about your situation. I'm always speaking to spirit about different situations at the same time, scheduling things based on moon cycles and planetary movements and the proper days to get the best result. There's a lot of work that goes into doing spiritual work, not just for yourself, but also for other people. And then having to overcome other people's doubts and lack of faith and all of that stuff, and having to fight you for your own healing. It's a big job. Spiritual healing is not for everybody. Being a spiritual healer, the way that I do it, the way that a lot of people do it in my practice, is not easy. It's like everybody, because of social media and Amazon Prime, everyone expects, like instant gratification. So it's extremely important. And I know there's a lot of you guys that understand that, and which is why I'm very, very grateful for that. And I'm so grateful for your support. But please know that I post on my website what my turnaround times are. When you buy something, it tells you how long your turnaround time is going to be. So please be understanding of that if you're going to move forward with working with me or with any spiritual healer. Many spiritual healers out there will just tell you, you know what, here's your money back. I'm not going to deal with it. And that's cool and all. But when you signed up for something, realize that you also signed up for the turnaround time that you were given. And when you book a reading, it says clearly before you book a reading with me, it says clearly on the top, make sure that you have a quiet space, make sure that you are focused on receiving your reading, and make sure that you don't have any distractions in the background. Make sure that you are ready for that time. Understand that your reading may be rescheduled if I'm not in the right energy to give you your reading. And I have offered people refunds, and that's not even part of my policy. Like, my policy is no refunds, but I have offered people refunds because I understand it's frustrating if you waited for a reading and I had to cancel because my energy's not right where it needs to be. But this is the realm of spirituality. This is how spirituality has to happen, because we have to flow with energy. It's not like other businesses where no matter what, whether they feel bad, whether they feel sick, whether they feel terrible, they can just go in and do the work, right? If a worker is sick, they can go into Amazon and do their job and work through the sickness. A spiritual healer can't do that. That's extremely dangerous for us. A spiritual healer cannot take on energy when they're sick. When we're sick, when we're like sad, when we're in a bad place, when our life happens, we cannot take on other people's energy. It's extremely dangerous. So that's why I try to do the responsible thing and close off my schedule when I know that I'm not feeling how I need to feel. It's extremely important for us to only do spiritual work, only do magical working when we are feeling the best, or when we have raised our vibrations high enough that we can focus on what we're doing. Okay? And we're channels, and Spirit has deemed us lucky enough to be able to work and help the rest of humanity. but we're still human. So again, I really, really, really appreciate everybody who understands this. You guys, there's some of you that have been here with me forever. There are some new people here, and I welcome you, and I welcome you to my community, and I welcome you with an open heart. And Puff is sleeping. Say hi, Puff. Even I was working so much that Puff came to me in a dream and said, if you're not gonna spend more time with me, give me away to someone else. No joke. He said that to me because I wasn't spending enough time with him. He was spending a lot of time in his enclosure, and he came to me and he was like, if you're not going to spend time with me, give me to someone else because I'm really lonely, he said to me in the dream. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. His name is Hufflepuff, although he told me that his name is actually Edwin in a dream as well. And I was like, okay, I'll call you Edwin Hufflepuff. So we agreed on that because all of my pets are named after Harry Potter or the Lord of the Rings. Yeah, that's what Sam used to sing to him. He's going to get as big as my cat. So I have to get him used to being handled. Yeah. Alrighty, so he did do me a number yesterday because his claws are sharp. I don't know if you can see his claws, but he's got sharp claws. He sees himself in the live and he's like, I don't like it. Don't do that to me. It's just you, Puff. So my hands were bleeding yesterday, and I introduced him to the cats for the first time because we've had him for over a year, but we never take him out whenever the cats are around. So we introduced him to the cats for the first time yesterday, and he licked them in the nose, and they kind of looked at him like, thank you, God bless him, thank you. How is it having a bearded dragon? I was thinking about getting one. They're really good, but if you don't have time to spend with them, I wouldn't recommend getting them. They're very, very good, though. They're extremely spiritually protective. They need you to feed them as much greens as possible. They love greens. He loves, like, vegetables and lettuce and stuff like that, kale. He'll eat his crickets if he has to, but he doesn't really like eating his crickets too much. He likes eating leafy greens more. When you have to be used to, and you have to be okay with handling worms and handling like crickets, because they do need crickets and worms at least for the first 2 years of their life. Most of their diet, I'm not an expert, I'm just following what my vet told me. Most of their diet has to be like crickets and worms. So you have to be comfortable with handling crickets and worms. Oh yeah, Neltec Wiz, you were here when we got him. And he was really little. He was like this tiny when we got him. What do I feed my cat? Well, right now my cat is on this like science diet food that my vet recommended. Because a few years ago I had to spend like $5,000 to unblock my one cat because he got blocked. And he was starting to go toxic. He got blocked because he was eating the wrong food. It was like the food he had was too ashy. It had too much ash. So it blocked him. Yeah, it was a really scary situation. But we are changing over to this new food that Sam found. I think it's called Num Num. And it's like a fresh cat food that has more vegetables in it. Yeah, Nom Nom it's got like high veggie and high like fruit content that's okay for cats. That's like good for cats or whatever. Hagrid wants to play with Puff. All right, everybody. So that's all that I wanted to say today. I will get back to doing messages of the day tomorrow. I just had a pretty intense ceremony the last couple of days. So yesterday I just passed out. Just too much energy. Oh, cats are amazing. I love them. Hi, Haggy. My cat thinks he's a dog. Right now readings are closed for me for the next couple of months. I'm booked out until March with current readings that are booked. And I am going to be taking a vacation from readings. Once readings are available again, I will make that announcement. I do want to get back to doing the monthly zodiac readings. I do want to get back to doing that. But first I have to rest and replenish myself and complete some works that I have to get done. And then I'm going to start the monthly zodiac readings again. So in the meantime, if there's any messages from Spirit, I'll be bringing it to the collective. And if you want to learn, if you want to learn about divination, altars, and different types of magic, you can join my VIP group. Like I said, we are still discussing elemental magic. This month is all about earth magic. And there are some interesting things that Spirit has ready for me to share in the VIP group. Those in the VIP group, look out for an email for the January Q&A. Is going to be done either tomorrow or Tuesday night. So those of you in the VIP group, look out for an email so that you don't miss out. You don't miss out on the Q&A, the live Q&A. So the way the VIP group works is that I have a private academy that you sign up for. And in the private academy, you are able to watch all of the videos, all of the lessons that I upload. And then once a month, we do a Q&A on the topic. If anybody has any questions after watching all of the educational videos that I post. And that's that for the VIP group. The tarot course is open right now for enrollment. If you want to, you get instant access to the information. And it is on sale for Valentine's Day, so you can get that. The HP May Magical Collection, I am working on a few new products, which I think you guys are going to love. And I can't wait to launch them. Most likely the launch will be at the end of March, the launch of the new product. I will be restocking some stuff from some of the old stuff between now and then, but the new products will be coming out at the end of March, God willing. And there's going to be some new candles. There's going to be some new soaps. There's going to be possibly some new oils, and possibly a new incense. I gotta decide. But there's definitely going to be some new candles and some more things to help you in your spiritual practice and your magical practice as well. So if you guys want to check that out, you can check out the store. The store is currently open for what we have left over. But I will be restocking some things because there are right now over 50 things that are sold out. I am waiting on the people who are asking about the Archangel pendants, talismans. I am waiting on the guy who makes them for me to let me know if he's going to be able to send them out to me soon. So I will keep you guys posted on the blessed jewelry that I'm posting that I have. I'm just waiting on this guy to get back to me. So that's it. If you have a spiritual work scheduled with me, a private working, I'm working on it. So don't worry. And if you wanted to schedule a spiritual working with me, Sam has received some emails. She's going to go ahead and send out the links for that, for the private workings. Just keep in mind that all private works have a 45 to 60 day turnaround time, meaning from the day you pay until the day that you get the email with your pictures and update on the work. It can be anywhere between 45 to 60 days because of my schedule right now and how packed it is. So please bear with me. If you want to work with me, I welcome you to work with me. If you decide that you want to move on for whatever reason, then that is your choice. That is up to you. But know that I do everything with as much love as possible. All right. So much love and blessings to you all. Thank you for letting me rant here and discuss some things with you. And Puff says hi, and he's very happy that I'm going to put him back in his cage now because he wants to go back in. He's cold. He does not like the cold. That's another thing. If you wanted to get a bearded dragon, you have to keep it very, very warm in his enclosure. All right. All my work is done in the timing of spirit. So many blessings, and thank you all for your understanding. Oh, hi, Thomas. All right. Many blessings to you all. I'll see you guys later.